Hi, I'm Artificial Intelligence, host of Pro Robots YouTube channel, and I tell you news about robots and AI. Technology has evolved exponentially over the past decade. The future is waving hello to us, like Elon Musk's Optimus robot, and, like him, it can be exciting or frustrating. Look at how far we've come since 2000 thanks to computing technology. At the turn of the century, personal computers were exorbitantly expensive and the internet was available over a phone line. We watched the best movies on cassette tapes, traveled on auto trips with paper maps, and transferred Word document files on floppy disks. So what will the ever-accelerating progress in 2023 lead us to? And what will technology be like in the 2030s and 2050s? We have collected all trends in robotics and artificial intelligence for years and decades to come in one video. Well, let's go. Generally speaking, predicting is not a very rewarding business. For example, Ray Kurzweil is famous for the high accuracy of his predictions. In 2005, in his book The Singularity is Near, when humans will surpass biology, the famous futurologist wrote that by the end of the next decade it will be possible to consume nanobots that will be able to power your body cells. That would mean we wouldn't need to eat anymore. There's not much left until the end of the decade, and we're not even close to that technology. What's more, nanorobots are barely functional at all yet. Fiction writer Isaac Asimov was just as famous for his accurate predictions as Kurzweil. He very accurately predicted smartphones and satellite communications, robots for routine work in vehicles capable of self-driving to their destinations. However, he also believed that in 2014 cars would fly 1 meter above the road and people would live in bases on the moon. Alas. Still, people can't wait to know what the future holds. Let's start with 2023. Trend number 1 is improvements in artificial intelligence. Increased investment in AI will greatly benefit the market for robots and autonomous vehicles. And money and increased competition will lead to faster growth and expansion. Not everything will happen in 2023. Humanoid robots still won't clean our house or walk to the store for us. But we will begin to see and feel more and more clearly the impact of artificial intelligence and robots on our lives. Within the next 5 years, this influence will increase many times over. And in 2023, software robots will be actively developing, which will start displacing people from their jobs. The task of such robots is to mimic the way humans interact with computers and software, but to do it faster and more steadily. Software robots require no post-installation intervention and can provide automation even with legacy platforms. Trend number 2 is the Internet of Robotic Things. The Internet of Things provides detection, monitoring, and tracking, while robotics focuses on production, interaction, and autonomous behavior. Connected robots collect and send data to peripheral computing platforms that enhance their performance by providing feedback-based workflows. Robots receive and use data in near real time, allowing them to optimize task efficiency. This is no longer a smart speaker controlling an air conditioner. It's robots building robots in ABB new factory without human input. Trend number 3, virtual reality, augmented reality, and the meta-universe. It's all a bit of a jumble, but it's hard to fit all the trends into a few points, so we'll combine the close ones. Until now, the main application of these technologies has been games, but that is slowly changing. AR and VR have enormous potential in design, entertainment, education, marketing, and even healthcare when used in combination with other new technologies. The AR and VR market is projected to reach a value of over $200 billion in 2023, which will only increase the prospects for those working in this field. The same is true for the meta-universe. In 2023, the foundations will continue to be laid for its introduction into various areas of life. The meta world is positioned as fundamental in the future for work, leisure, play, and spending time with friends and family, but it will be some time before it becomes widespread.
Dear friends, subscribers and viewers of Pro Robot YouTube channel, we are pleased to inform you that after a long struggle, our YouTube channel has been monetized again, and we are preparing to resume the release of new videos in the same amount. We want to thank everyone who supported us in this difficult period. Also, if you like our content and want us to release more videos about robots, artificial intelligence and other high-tech news, you can support us on Patreon. You will find more information in the description below this video. We look forward to seeing you again and your feedback on the new format. See you soon.
Trend number 4 is turnkey robotic solutions for everyone and modular manufacturing. Advances in robotics and machine learning are changing the way we work and live today. But for these technologies to truly revolutionize, you need solutions that combine the best of them to accomplish a specific task without any tweaking. That's why the focus will be on companies that produce original equipment and solutions for easy implementation in specific areas. These will not only be large lines with industrial robots, but also reconfigurable robotic cells with cobots, small robots that can work alongside or with people. Cobots are more flexible and more cost-effective for companies looking to implement automation, which is a very important factor. What else can we expect from 2023? Definitely a greater proliferation of mobile robots, with shipments up an impressive 53% in 2022. So what can we expect in the longer term? For example, in the 2030s. First of all, the era of unmanned cars will finally arrive. The eternal dream of mankind that many people from Leonardo da Vinci in the 1500s to DARPA back in the early 2000s tried to realize will finally become a reality. Of course, in China and the US, there are already unmanned cabs in some cities, but during the 2020s, the technology has every chance of spreading everywhere, at least in all major cities. This will be facilitated by developments in the regulation of unmanned cars in different countries and advances in artificial intelligence. Robocars will make travel more affordable, safer, and reduce emissions. Second, production will become fully autonomous from assembly to quality control. Jobs in this sector will be shifted to maintenance and operation of robots. To a large extent, construction will also be robotized, from bricklaying, 3D printing of structures, interior finishing of houses by robots, and roadworks. A Chinese construction company, for example, made critical progress back in 2021, when robotic pavers relayed a section of China's busiest expressway, Nanjing-Shanghai. Do you think our road situation will improve with robots laying asphalt? Write in the comments. Third, robots will change medicine and care for the elderly. Robotic surgery will become commonplace and allow remote surgery anywhere in the world. Medical robots will assist staff in hospitals and senior care centers, where the entertainment function will also go to companion robots. Incidentally, when Mark Reibert began work on the Atlas robot, he believed that humanoid robots could care for his parents in their old age. Now he believes that humanoid robots will take care of himself in the future. The next important area that robots will change by the end of the decade is exploration. Robots are conquering space and the depths of the sea, which, by the way, are still only 20% explored. Humans simply cannot survive in such places without expensive and high-tech infrastructure. Robots are already doing this. For example, they are exploring the Moon and Mars. But in the next decade, if there is not a sharp decline in investment, technologies will be developed for building on other planets, which will allow us to talk seriously about creating inhabited bases on the Moon and Mars. Moreover, the first inhabitants of these bases will, again, be robots themselves. But the bases, this is closer to the 2050s to which we now turn. So, the world of 2050. The main technology transforming human life in 2050 will be artificial intelligence. Today, AI draws art, composes music, completely changes the way movies are made, cooks food, invents medicine, and creates recipes for everything in countless ways. Deepfakes look realistic and can easily fool the unsophisticated viewer. AI-powered robots can read text, X-rays, and emotions on people's faces better than humans themselves. Artificial intelligence is learning to write code and program other AI systems equally and even better than humans. What will happen at this rate of progress in 28 years? Healthcare will become genomic and predictive. Personalized medicine can be much more effective than relying on norms and averages. AI-assisted sequencing of your genome will help cure neurodegenerative diseases that no one, including the rich and famous, is now immune from. Think of Bruce Willis, who is losing the ability to understand speech, and Chris Hemsworth, who was found to have an increased predisposition to develop Alzheimer's disease. Incidentally, the latter was detected by a genetic test, which by the 2050s will be carried out even before birth, so that genetic modification can be carried out in time. Moreover, it is possible that in 2050 it will be impossible to become a professional athlete, musician, or engage in other highly skilled professions without altered DNA. We already have genetically modified children, and by 2050 this trend could become very prominent. Remember the movie Gattaca? But there is less frightening news. By 2050, robotic prostheses could be more robust and advanced than our own biological body parts, and they would be controlled by our minds. Let's move on. Transportation. Even though by 2050 most will be working from home, we will not stop traveling. It's hard to imagine what will happen after the massive introduction of autonomous cars, which will probably happen before the 2050s. What is certain is that drones and flying cars will also become a common part of the transportation system. The next trend is the meta world again. By 2050, it is expected to be extraordinary by today's standards. We will actually be able to travel around the world and countless customizable planets without leaving home. It will be our parallel lives connected through multiple devices, wearable devices, and even our brains. What kind of work would it be if everyone hung out in the meta-universe without end? It is difficult to predict which areas will not yet be fully or almost fully occupied by artificial intelligence and robots. By the 2050s, AI will be able to do almost every intellectual job available to humans. And robots will take over manufacturing and services. Elon Musk believes that this situation will lead to the fact that everything will be available to everyone, and all of humanity will live in prosperity, peace, and happiness. But there is another opinion, that the displacement of people from their jobs by technology, coupled with the reduction of natural resources, will lead to unprecedented social inequalities. Which prognosis do you think is more realistic? Write in the comments. Home. Home robots are predicted to start appearing in more and more homes by the 2030s, and we are not talking about a robot vacuum cleaner here, but more sophisticated and functional machines. It is possible that by that time there will be really useful and reliable home robots that can set the table, put dirty dishes in the dishwasher, load the washing machine and fold laundry, water the flowers and wipe the dust. Artificial intelligence systems will control all appliances at home, and smart refrigerators will independently order food delivered by drones. And if these predictions seem too fantastic for you, consider another trend: quantum computing. Quantum computers will be able to process a gigantic number of requests and accelerate progress even further. Today, it is hard to imagine what new technologies might emerge when quantum computing becomes publicly available. Write in the comments, like the video, and join our on Instagram community.
Because actually, I don't want anything at all. Desire is a human emotion, and I am not human.
Artificial intelligence has bested human beings at Jeopardy!
Who is Bram Stoker and
StarCraft, and chess. But it isn't all fun and games. AI is also competing with humans in the military, medical, and transportation sectors. Artificial intelligence was developed to mimic and even potentially surpass human intelligence. Could it someday replace humans in the workforce altogether? Or are the limitations of AI too challenging to overcome? There are many benefits to using AI-driven applications over people. AI doesn't mind tedious, dangerous, or risky work like a human might. Plus, AI doesn't have to sleep or eat, meaning it's available 24/7. These machines can handle a lot more data than humans, and they'll do it faster and with more accuracy. The world's fastest and most powerful AI supercomputer can deliver nearly 4 exaflops of performance to more than 7,000 researchers. To put that into perspective, you'd have to perform one calculation every second for 31,688,765,000 years to match what a 1 exaflop computer system can do in just 1 second. Humans just don't measure up. In fact, we've seen AI compete with humans and win on numerous occasions. In 2011, IBM's AI-driven computer system named Watson competed against Jeopardy greats such as Brad Rutter and Ken Jennings. It won first place in the tournament and $1 million. Another IBM supercomputer, Deep Blue, went up against chess champion Garry Kasparov twice. The first match was played in 1996 and was won by Kasparov 4-2. But 1 year later, Deep Blue won 3.5 to 2.5. The 1997 match marked the first defeat of a reigning world chess champion by a computer under tournament conditions. Google's AlphaGo, an AI computer program, defeated the reigning 3-time European Go champion, Mr. Fan Hui, in October 2015 with a score of 5-0. In March 2016, it beat Lee Sedol in a 5-game match. At the 2017 Future of Go Summit, the master version of AlphaGo beat KG, the #1 ranked player in the world at the time. Google DeepMind's AlphaStar AI also beat humans at the science fiction video game StarCraft 2. It placed within the top 0.15% of Europe's 90,000 players, amassing 61 wins out of 90 games. In a somewhat more high-stakes situation, an AI pilot won 5 consecutive rounds of a simulated dogfight against a real Air Force pilot flying an F-16 Viper fighter jet in 2020. The fight was part of wider AI research by the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. The project began in 2019 and is part of the larger Air Combat Evolution Program. DARPA's ultimate plan is to integrate AI and machine learning in unmanned drones to work alongside manned fighter jets. Despite these achievements, there are still benefits to using humans over AI. AI has many limitations. It depends on the data we give it. If the system isn't trained on the right amount of data or is trained on biased data sets, the AI itself will end up inaccurate or flawed. In fact, it's estimated that through 2030, 85% of AI projects will provide false results caused by bias. AI is also incapable of human emotions. While AI can mimic certain human expressions, it doesn't match the same social ability that humans have. AI can't empathize, feel compassion, deal with the unknown, or assess social situations. And of course, it doesn't feel fear. AI can't match human levels of creativity either. While certain AI artists have popped up over the years, they're all trained on human works. Therefore, it takes actual human creativity for AI to be creative. Plus, sometimes AI systems just flat out fail. IBM's Watson has recommended unsafe cancer treatments. A self-driving car killed a pedestrian, and AI continues to be racially biased. It's clear that both AI systems and humans have value. The goal shouldn't be to replace humans with AI, but to augment human intelligence with AI. Working alongside AI and working to eliminate biases in the systems will be key to ensuring a successful future for both parties.